advantages of marrying a virgin: number one, her body is untouched. You can mold her to your own liking. When you marry a virgin, there won't be questions like how many dick where you don't fuck, how many abortion, how many times you don't take abortion pills, how many boyfriend, how many abortion in a year. Was that a time you missed your period? There won't be questions like this because na tear up by your carry so. Generally, men want virgins because
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. I am the fabulous Peach, and I am with my host of many years and friend. What is your name? I don't want to tell them your name.
They should already know who I am. But I'm the Mr. Famous Nobody, Maybach Mel 1804.
All right. So tonight we are going to talk about would you date a virgin? We're going to give you the female and male perspective. We're going to probably give a little bit of background information. It's going to be definitely lit tonight. So share the live, share the love, say hello to us. All right, we already got somebody saying hello to you, Mel. Look.
Salute, salute, Nikki baby. Salute, salute. NY Nikki baby. Salute.
All right. So let's talk about our topic. Would you date a virgin? Um, Before we start, I just want everybody first share the live, share the love, let all your friends know that we are here, and feel free to type in the comments. Hello, Nikki. How are you? So before we begin, we're going to talk about what the is a virgin, right? Before we can even decide to date one, we got to know what it is. So you want to give your POV on what's a virgin male? Like, tell me all types of virgins in your mind, because you know behind the scenes we be chopping it up.
No doubt. Someone who, well, as far as for me, I would say a woman who hasn't been touched by anyone. She might have touched herself, but as far as being penetrated, she has never been penetrated by a man. No soul ties to any man. She's not a jump off. She's not a community, you know, I'm gonna keep it clean. She's not for the community. I'll just say that. Okay? Somebody that when you penetrate her, you're gonna pop that cherry.
Mm. Okay. So I'm gonna have to agree with you. Yes, a virgin is someone who
Frank, salute.
hasn't had a
Salute.
sexual experience. Hey Frank, I'm gonna put him on the screen. Someone that hasn't had a sexual experience. And I would like to dive into that because there are several forms of sex, right? And so we want to talk about how virginity would actually look in those several forms. And I know why you're laughing because you know we had these behind the scenes conversations. It's gonna get deep. All right. So what you just said applies to a heterosexual couple, right?
I mean, I'm a guy, so I'm talking about the women. You're a lady. You could speak about, the other side or the same side. I can't speak for the same side for me, But like you said, yes, I am a straight man. I love women, women only. That's my choice. Don't nobody out there get mad at me. Okay. So
Okay.
yeah, that's all.
All
That's all I
right.
gotta say. You know.
All right. Okay, cool. All right. So for me, like I said, I walk in several arenas. I have a vast knowledge in multiple things. So when I talk about virginity in the heterosexual community, that would be penetration with a penis, or some of us don't believe that penetration, you could break the hymen with a finger, um, in which, the other community actually does that. Hey, Keita T, right? So,
Salute, salute,
but
Keita.
whatever. Let's go to the definition of what a virgin is to see if we are both incorrect, correct, or whatever it is.
And everybody in the chat as well too could tap in
Yeah,
as well.
tap in. So a virgin, a person who has never had sex, a person who is not in a second is a person who is naive, innocent, or inexperienced in a particular context. So tonight we're going to explore it both ways. Are you comfortable with that?
Let's do it. You already
All
know.
right. All right. So, Mel, would you date a virgin?
Um, like I told you behind the scenes, hell yeah, I would. In a heartbeat. Now I know a lot of men that disagree. Some would disagree and some will disagree. I personally would. And like I said, for the reasons as far as she's not the community jump off. She don't got no ties. And when I say no ties to no man, meaning she don't have no soul ties. And for those that do know what soul ties means, know what I mean. For those that don't know what soul ties mean, I'm gonna try to keep it very clean. So when a man has more unprotected sex with this woman, that male's DNA it stays actually in that woman, right? Now, I've seen videos where, on both sides, whether it's a man or a woman that says, you know, a man can actually clean himself properly, after having intercourse with a woman and could kind of like clean her off of him. But it's different for y'all because y'all have a hole. You know what I mean? And especially with the soul tie, I heard it's tied into like, as far as the sperm goes as well too, trauma, you know, you might have been dealing with a man who's always angry, pissed off, whatever, and you sleep with him unprotected, that comes of you. So that's why I said yes, I definitely would date a virgin. You know what I mean? So when I
All
was
right.
young, I'll say this too. I'll end it with this. When I was young and dumb and full of, you know what, I would have been like, hell nah. But now that I'm much mature and wiser, I definitely would. And salute to everybody coming in. We know we will acknowledge y'all, at some point of the show, everybody else that's coming along on the show. But as far as, we got to rock on because we're a little behind schedule. But go ahead.
I
Part
wonder
itself.
why
Wonder why what?
we're behind schedule.
Someone was fashionably late and it wasn't me. I'll just leave it at that, y'all.
Okay. All right. So I do have some questions based off of what you said. So you said you would date a virgin because the virgin would actually be pure, right? That's what's in your mind, right?
Yes. Yep.
So what do you mean by pure? Like this woman
Just meaning
hasn't
pure. She hasn't been penetrated by no other man ever. That's what I
and
mean by pure.
okay. All right. So but I am kind of okay. So what are your thoughts about a virgin? Like
So
I see
so
people saying not a promiscuous woman. Can a virgin be a promiscuous woman?
it says not a promiscuous woman.
Yes.
Who said that? Frank. Frank.
Yes.
You don't know Frank. You don't know Frank. You never seen that name before.
I can't remember. I don't remember.
Rec mob member.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
But listen. All right, so this woman is not she's pure because she's not touched, right? Now I'm gonna hit you
Never, never been touched.
never been touched. Okay, so
No,
I'm
excuse
gonna
me.
hit
Let's rephrase that. I know we're saying touch. Pardon self
yeah,
for cutting
rephrase
your
that.
wisdom. I know we're saying touch. We're not talking about touch like this with the hand. Let's we could be PG
Let's
or a little bit explicit. Let's be rated R.
go in. Go in. Rated R. Come on,
She
rated
has
R me.
not been penetrated. The portal has not been invaded. The portal has not been open. Period. Now okay, but go ahead. I'll leave it at that. So
Okay.
that go ahead. Go ahead.
So this is the virgin woman. Her portal is intact, her hymen is intact, right?
Yes.
So that makes her a pristine woman that you want to deal with.
Correct.
So as a woman, I've been a virgin. I've known plenty of virgins.
Hmm.
Do you know most times virgins are very promiscuous?
What- but there's different levels now. Like Frank said, not being promiscuous, but you saying they are okay. But there's levels to it. Elaborate.
Okay, so a lot of times when women would be virgins past, and ladies, help me out, virgins past 20, 21, they would
Mhm.
do other things. So you thinking you're getting this pristine woman with her hymen intact, but actually she's been having mouth assaults all this time. So you getting a woman
Hey
that
yo,
got all kinds of stuff in
mouth
her mouth.
assault is crazy.
No,
But go,
seriously. Well, that's what it is. Having mouth assaults, just to maintain a relationship and
uh-huh.
keep her virginity intact. So for you men, here's a FYI coming from a woman. Me and Maybach are around the same age. During my time, I don't know what the going thing is now, but the women, especially my Caucasian friends, were engaging in oral sex, heavy, like on heavy rotation. So, oh, funny.
Do you see what
So
NY Nikki said?
yes, we gonna get into that. See, look, Bromham Solo say dry humping pillows and couches. Yeah, virgin. I don't know why men think virgins are pure. And why Nikki said exactly are born with the disease. Let's not count that out. Yes, and I was gonna get into that and ask you. So when
hmm
you getting this pristine woman that's been orally assaulted, do you realize that a virgin can have diseases?
That's a fact. Herpes, you can get herpes on the lips by sharing drinks, sharing blunts, cigarette, joints, whatever. I get that. All I was saying is, I know nobody's personally attacking what I was saying. I said her portal, but as you said, doesn't mean that what I would call doesn't mean that she wasn't giving Hetty Murphy to the whole project. I say Hetty Murphy, you said assault. So mine's is PG compared to your assault. But that's a whole nother thing. Like I said, I'm talking about the portal. We're just talking about the portal hasn't been invaded, hasn't been conquered, okay? For a lack of better word. That's all I'm talking about. Doesn't mean she wasn't, I don't want to do it because it'll be a pause moment, a yo. But I'm just saying, doesn't mean that she's not giving Tyrone down the block Hetty Murphy every day. Doesn't mean that Tyrone ain't giving the gunshots down there to the poom poom. If you you know what I'm saying, doesn't mean none of that. I'm not saying she's not partaking in other activities. I'm just saying the portal is pure. That's it. But go ahead, because I see you laughing.
I'm laughing at that crowd. Nikki, what you doing over there? I see people crying and laughing. Frank said Hetty Murphy is insane. China said she
Salute.
said Nikki said China. Oh Lord, she got all these abbreviations. You know I ain't with that. Uh 050 the movement says salute to the whole platform. Hey, how you doing?
Salute.
Um
Salute. Salute. 050.
so
Salute.
now as we get into this virgin, right? Because I,
Uh-huh.
I just love this conversation because men, y'all are something else. Oh, she is just so pure as the driven snow. Not only is this woman, okay, all right, I'm a woman, right? Not
hmm
only are these virgins partaking in oral assaults, they are
hmm
also doing boob drive-bys and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Boob drive-bys, huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
boob drive-bys. I'm telling you.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's why I said I'm just talking about the portal hasn't been entered and invaded. Again, I ain't talking about she ain't topping Tyrone off. She ain't giving Mike Hetty Murphy, like I like to call it Hetty Murphy, you know what I mean? But like I
Boob
said,
drive-bys you don't care about with the cream all in between, just creaming
listen, man,
all on it.
again, we're just talking about V. And from what I remember when I was coming up as a kid in the 80s, V meant V. Now, at that time, we wasn't thinking about that Tasha is giving Tyrone top. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't thinking about, like you said, the boob drive-bys And what was the other thing you said with the something assaults? That was
Oral assaults.
yeah, the oral assaults. Like I said, Eddie Murphy, it's the same thing. But I wasn't thinking like that. It was like, oh, Tasha's a virgin. Tasha's a virgin. You know what I mean? That's it. We wasn't thinking outside. As a grown man, yeah. Of course I'm gonna ask those questions, but we're just talking about the portal. That's all we talking about, the portal. You know what I mean? So I know everybody's been putting different things like Nikki Baby put in the chat, like doesn't mean that she's super clean. She could be a walking, disease. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because again, a lot of people ain't cleaning themselves. A lot of people ain't getting their recent, their updates on their checkups, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. So I get all of that. There's a lot of dirty dudes out there, and there's a lot of dirty females out there as well too. You know what I mean? I'm talking about leaving one man's house, don't even go home and shower. They go to the next dude's crib. And it's like, yo, you're nasty. That's nasty. But it is what it is. It is what it
All
is.
right, all right. So Maybach, no matter what I say, you just stuck on getting you a daggone virgin.
No, I'm not saying I'm getting one. The question is, would you? And I'm telling you, yeah, I would. But again, as far as the portal go, she's pure. Don't mean the mouth is clean. I get all of that. Some people ain't even brushing their teeth when they wake up. So we don't even gotta go to the extra what they doing. That's why I never shared no blunts with nobody. You know what I mean? I wasn't sharing my 40 ounce and all that. Nah, go grab a cup, homie, and I'm gonna pour you some. You know what I mean? Like
Oh
there's a
my
lot of
God.
nasty dudes, nasty females out there, man. For real. But it is what it is. But go ahead. Continue.
Okay, okay. So what's so okay, so we're gonna zero in on this portal. What is so special about this hymen filled portal? Does anybody even know what a hymen look like?
Some people be like a hymen. Herman? You mean Herman?
What is it? What did you not seriously before, like when you were younger? And I don't know if your parents actually had the conversation because again, I'm a female. And we
Mhm,
would have those conversations. When you go to have sex, it's gonna hurt because the man gotta break through
mhm.
the bone. And I'm like, what bone? Like what bone is he gonna bust through? Like, is
Yeah.
it a bone sticking out of it? He gotta break through that. And what is that? So
Yeah.
when I say hymen, what comes to mind? Like what do you
Listen,
think
man,
that is?
that sounds like a sport injury by an athlete. Yeah, he tore his hymen while he was running. That's what that sound like. Like something close to like a hammy, a pulled hamstring. That's what that sound like. But you just kind of like, enlightened and educated a lot of people that don't know. Is that what pops the cherry?
Yes, that's what pops the cherry. You can't get
Well,
in
see,
unless you
I ain't
break it.
here. See, coming up, it was never told to me about. Listen, man, I'm growing up in the hood. Some people can't even read past second grade level, and you talking about the word hymen. It wasn't. It was like, listen, when you get a pure one, you gonna pop the cherry. What are you talking about, pop a cherry? Well, when you get to do that, you'll know what I mean. And it just basically meant like blood's gonna come out. You know what I mean? But for y'all, it was more explained in depth detail for y'all women. It's called the hymen. So if nobody knew, now you knew. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to Peach.
Look, Maybach done disappeared. I don't know where he went. Oh,
Can
okay,
you
there
hear me?
you
Can you
go.
hear me?
Yep, you're back. Okay, so you want a virgin?
Can you hear me?
I sure can. We can hear
Can
you.
you hear me?
We can hear you. We got to get him back right. We can actually hear Maybach. All right, so I'm going to continue on the show until he pop back on. And y'all, the chat respond. Don't you find it amazing that a man would want a virgin and can't tell you exactly what it means to actually be a virgin? Like in the chat, men, speak up. Do you know what it is to be a virgin, like exactly what you're getting into? Or you just jumping in and just trying to have this experience with this woman? I went in for Maybach. I'm going to actually show y'all pictures of what a woman looks like when she's a virgin and what you're actually jumping all the way into. And if he don't come back within the next few seconds, I'm gonna just go into it because this is going to be an educational moment for these men. And I can actually hear him in the back, so I don't know.
Can you hear me? You can hear me
I
now?
sure I can hear you. I can hear you all the time.
This is what I'm telling you. I don't get no phone calls. And the minute that I get on here, everybody and
Uh,
their mama want to call.
Everybody in live can hear you.
Okay.
Everybody on live can hear you.
My fault.
So
Hold
come
on.
back on
Hold on.
so I
Hold
could
on.
show you what your precious virgin look like.
Mm. All right. We
All
here.
right. So Jay said, "Ooh wee, this is getting deep." All right. So for you men that want y'all precious virgins, y'all want to go into, like you say, this portal. You have no idea what's going on. Y'all
Uh-huh.
think y'all go in and then blood just magically appears. Y'all have no idea where the blood comes from, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all really think that is you? Like when you get in, you are so fabulous. It is just so huge that this blood just comes because you're going into this portal. Is that what the thought is for men?
No, it's breaking the barrier.
Okay, but what does like in your head? What is the barrier?
I don't know. Like I said, when we young and dumb, you just want to pump and dump. That's about it. We ain't sitting here breaking down to no science. I don't know what young dude, whether they 12, 9, 14, 16, 18, is thinking about science of, listen, we're not no, what's the word, gynecologists. We don't need to know all of that. All we know is, let me get some. You know what I mean? Let's go home. Let's go to the telly. Let's go get it in.
Mm-hmm.
This is for you to enlighten the masses. Don't ask me, ask the chat. Cause again, where I grew up, ain't nobody was telling me about no hymen. Like I told you, that sounds like a sports injury. I just knew, and I was told that you're gonna be busting the cherry. That's about it.
All right. So what you fellas are doing is basically you're busting through female foreskin.
Female
All right.
foreskin. Sounds
Yes.
nasty.
But y'all want the virgin.
Sounds nasty. Listen, we're not gonna. She's not gonna be talking about all of that. Oh, you're gonna be busting down my foreskin. You're gonna rip my hymen again. We see the blood, and you might be like, "Ew," but see, this is why you got to protect yourself as well. You can't just be trying to ODB these women out here. You know what I mean? You got to protect
Okay.
yourself. Yeah,
Look,
you got
Keita
to
T
protect
said,
yourself.
yeah, it's never that deep. Uh, T said, let's get down to business. If you've had a virgin, then we know why an adult over 26, 27, 28 don't need no virgin. Y'all, QT say, yup, thin skin. Yeah, it's foreskin. So y'all rushing to bust through foreskin. And I'm about to show y'all what y'all rushing to. Boom. Is that pretty to y'all?
That
I
looks
don't know why it
nasty.
look like they got afros on these things.
That looks nasty. Thank goodness I ate before this show.
Yes. So right there, you see that little like that is the inside of the vagina. You notice that it's just covered all up. Some people got those little dot looking things, and then some people got that little circle at the bottom, and then the
Hmm.
two little circle things, and then there's some that's halfway closed and halfway open. That's what y'all running to get to. And so depending on how it is and the girth of the men, this is what you got to break into. And for you ladies, you probably don't even know which vagina is yours, child. One of these Afro puff vaginas is yours.
Yo, wow. Afro puff. Afro puff. That's crazy. That's crazy.
He said foreskin. Oh my God.
Hmm.
He said it looked nasty, but I don't know why it's cute.
Who said that is cute?
See,
Oh, T
Prince said,
Wriggle,
"Oh,
salute.
we've got pictures, sex ed." Yeah, so that's what you running to jump into.
T Wriggle, she's the new Dr. Ruth. Remember Dr. Ruth,
Yeah,
the
I'm the
little
Black Dr. Ruth.
short black lady, short white lady from back in the days.
Jay said, "Ooh, I've had a golden ticket before." Ooh, wee.
Golden
Keita just
ticket.
started laughing.
What was that? Willy Wonka from the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, that's Willy Wonka.
Oh man.
So do you still want a virgin? Do you still want to bust through some foreskin?
Again, I listen. When I was young and dumb, I wasn't thinking like that. Okay, like I said, we wasn't getting it broken down, and I think sex ed came to my school. I don't know about anybody else's state and city. I think sex ed was added like somewhere in the 90s. I can't remember when, but as far as before that, I don't remember sex education. And a lot of parents ain't breaking it down like that. Come on now. Like I told you, some people barely knew how to read past second to fourth grade level. So who's mentioning the hymen? What's that? Now, the
Uh,
foreskin, the barriers may be said that way, but again, us guys, we wasn't told that. It was told you're gonna be busting her cherry, and that's it. I didn't hear nothing else. I didn't hear about no foreskin barriers. You got to go through one wall, then go through another wall, then go through another wall. What was that? 5 images you showed, and then it showed more blood. It wasn't broken down to us. Again, maybe in them other schools, that had the, more textbooks and stuff like that. But in my school, I never had sex education. You learn from listening from the older dudes talking and everybody else that was laying down with somebody. That's how I learned. My parents didn't listen. My parents is old school West Indian parents. They not sitting you down telling you this. Remember the story I told you about a homegirl of mine? Because of some scary story her mother told her, she was late to the game. I think I told you 19, I think, because her mother told her, you're going to just be bleeding all over the place. And she said that scared her. And her parents is West Indian. So I could just imagine the dramatized story, you know?
you see all the comments. Ultra Instinct said, "Remember having sex ed in third or fourth grade, but that's San Francisco for you."
Yeah, you see? Salute to Ultra. I didn't have that. Big Dog Philly OG. Salute, salute. I didn't have sex ed in no third and fourth grade. This is what I'm saying. From second grade to fifth grade, I was in Catholic school, right? So first grade, I was in public school. Second to fifth, Catholic school. From fifth grade, I took this thing called damn, I forgot the name of the program. It was from the 80s. I don't know about other states, but basically, if you either started school late or you got kicked back, right? I started school, I think, late. So you could take a test and they boost you up to the normal grade that you're supposed to be in. You see what I'm saying? So I did like half of my fifth grade and then I went to straight to middle school and that was public school. I think public school is when they started talking about, I'll say by the seventh grade, they started mentioning sex ed. That's why I said none of from I told you I went to 4 different high schools. None of those schools was teaching sex education. That's what I'm saying. In my time, I don't know. Ultra said he's in San Fran, and I don't know his age. So, did you learn sex education in school?
Yes, yes, I did. I learned sex ed in school. We had it, and it
Back at
wasn't
home
enjoyable.
in
Yes,
Jersey? Oh, that's
in
crazy.
Jersey, yes, we did.
I don't know what was going on
So,
with Boston, but
so
yeah,
that's why I'm going to go ahead on and ask you this: do you think men have foreskin, and if so, where does it go?
foreskin. I know you could be you could be uncircumcised. That I guess that would be considered that.
Okay, so when you are circumcised, they're essentially cutting off what?
They just cutting off excess skin. That's all.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
Essentially, you're rushing the bus through
but
exit
but
skin
we
like in a male.
but we still don't have no barriers though. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is someone who isn't circumcised, all happens is, I'm not trying to be too graphic, but what I'm saying is all you doing is, right, if you're not circumcised, all you doing is when you penetrating the woman,
Pulling it down.
the skin is getting peeled back because of her walls
Yes.
or her grip, her vice grips, right? But you're not gonna, men's not gonna bleed from that. You get what I'm
No.
saying? Yeah, men
Yeah, I
don't.
get it.
Yeah, all you doing is straight. But see, this is what I heard. Because Jews, they don't I think they don't do that. They don't do circumcisions. Jews, I don't
No,
think
they
they
do
do.
not.
Let me, because we on YouTube, I forgot. The Jays, they don't do it. I've never heard of them bleeding or the skin hurting, because from what I was told, as you get older, it starts to move back by itself. You get what I'm saying? And like somebody said, you got all this energy, you already humping shit. You get what I'm saying? Whatever you humping, so it's gonna be, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be,
No, I get what you're saying, but
yeah.
I just wanted to make sure everybody, when we say things, and probably because I'm a nerd, essentially, I'm a nerd. When
Mhm.
we say we gonna get us a virgin, then understand this is what you're getting into. You about to bump on some foreskin,
It does. After that, it's
and
normal.
then after that, it doesn't matter.
Correct. After that, it's
So,
normal. Yeah.
so can you be too small, ladies? Can a man be too small to bust through the
That's not.
foreskin? Because like most men think they busting in there and it's their girth that's making you bleed. Most men, this is the logic, right? So how, I mean, do you know how big you have to be to bust through?
You
You
asking
like
me?
what? Look at your
Oh, I
face
didn't know
like
you was
what?
asking me. I thought
No,
you was
I'm
asking the
just
chat.
asking
Nah,
the
I don't
chat,
know.
ladies.
I don't know. Again, I've never had these conversations. I've never.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I've
this is a
never.
good conversation then.
Yeah, I've never had these talks. Y'all learned this. Some of y'all learned this in school. I never learned it.
Right.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. I learned from the elders or the OGs that just talk, but nobody was breaking it down like this, is what I'm just trying to say to you. So you asking me, I can't answer nothing. I don't know what size you gotta be, if you could be small. I don't know none of that. I don't know none of that. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Because I never had a virgin. You know what I'm saying? Every female that I did anything with, they already was, I guess, they was already bust open, for lack of a better word. You know what I mean? The
But
the, the bag, the loaf of bread was already unwrapped, so they weren't fresh. It wasn't fresh. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. It wasn't fresh, so I never had that stage. I never had that, if you want to call it a privilege. You know what I'm saying? Of busting a cherry. You know what I mean? I never had that, so I don't know what, how it felt. I can't tell you none of that. You know what I mean?
okay.
Yeah.
Um, Frank, I was born in Newark, New Jersey in the 70s. Hey, Kanisha. Kanisha said, hold up. I just popped in. What is this? This is our new show airing on Wednesdays. It's called Our Point of View because we get in and we just talk about SHIT, just regular stuff. And we're just trying to be informative. A lot of times you do things and as me and Maybach Mel discuss behind the scenes, sometimes we don't know what we're doing. We're just doing things. So tonight we're just talking about virginity, exactly what happens, and if you still down to get you a virgin. So the part that we're on is when you get you a virgin, you're busting through foreskin. We also discussed that a virgin may not actually be pure as the driven snow as most men or whatever you are, masculine centered people seem to think that they are. They can do other things to preserve their virginity. So, I mean, I think it's just amazing that a man would think that, I'm getting this version because she's pure, but the other woman is not pure, right?
Hmm.
Right. Well, she could actually be pure and just opted out of keeping her virginity just to do that piece. So she won't have to get mouth assaulted to be in these relationships with men.
Nasty work with the
or
mouth
breast
assaults.
banged to
Math
be in
mouth
these.
assaults is crazy. Mouth assaults is crazy. You can't just say Eddie Murphy. That sounds
No,
much better saying Eddie
I
Murphy.
like mouth assaults because that's what they are. You go in, crash, and then people mouth and all of that stuff.
Hey yo, hey, what you
Mm,
sipping on? What you sipping?
I'm sipping on my peach something, and I'm gonna leave it there.
Okay, your peach juice. All right, gotcha.
So, in the chat, how many inches does it take to break the hunt? How many inches? Maybach, how many inches do you gotta have? Because God don't bless everybody.
Listen, I don't know how many inches. I don't know what it gets to that. What is it? You showed 5 pictures, right? Of the poom
And that's
poom, right?
different women, because that's different people's vagina, how it could look. Let me show everybody that just coming in.
Tapping in. Yeah,
Yeah.
show to the ones just
So
tapping in.
one of these ladies, one of these is yours. One of these little afro puffed vaginas is yours.
That is no,
Right?
that's not no Afro Puffs. That's look like a cherry drop. That's what that looked like to me.
Well,
Some
I
cherry drop.
listen. All right. So one of these is yours. Okay. So how many inches does it take to actually bust through this? Because
Mm.
men seem to believe when they get this virgin and all that bleeding and stuff has something to do with their girth. How many inches?
Ain't nobody gonna answer that. We don't know. Men don't listen again. A lot
I'm
of these
done.
some people might know, some people don't, might not know. I don't know.
Look what Jay
Afro
said
Puff.
about the cooties. He said, "Oh, she missing her edges." said the said the cooties missing their edges.
Salute, dog soldier. Salute. Yo, you crazy,
Afro
but
puff vagina. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all because y'all don't know, and I'm sorry, men, because I love y'all, but I hate to burst y'all bubble. That little hymen, you could bust through there with a half an inch.
mm,
So all of that, I'm the big guy on campus, and I'm about to bust through, and I did all of this work. A half an inch. What does
I
a
mean,
half?
you ain't bursting no guy's bubble. You whoever's small packing, you making them happy if
Think of
they
a
get
half an inch.
a
Yeah, y'all get
virgin.
a chance. You can bust through a virgin, half an inch.
That's
He
crazy.
said, "I'll guess it's 4 inches, 4 or more. No, it's a half an inch."
That's T Wriggles.
Frank said, "Facts. We don't know."
Yeah, Nick, guys
So
gonna be. Listen, man, we don't know. There's a lot of stuff. Listen, man. That's why when you got a girl, to my fellas, you got a woman. You got to get to know your woman. I'm talking about from head to toe. You got to get to know her. And there's nothing wrong with asking her, baby, how can I satisfy you and please you? Even if she's telling you you're doing a good job, you can always do better. A lot of niggas don't ask these questions, or guys don't ask these questions because they don't want their egos to be bruised. But listen, if you don't ask your woman, how can you make her feel better? Guess what? The next guy will do that. So there's nothing wrong. Same thing with women. Ask your men. Don't think that we just attacking. I'm attacking the men. No, this is a two-way street here. Just like y'all women, y'all gotta ask y'all men. How can I make you feel better? You know what I'm saying? That's just so the relationship could last longer. Yes, to a lot of people, sex ain't everything, but I know to a lot of other couples, it's at the top.
it
You know,
is.
yeah, it's at the top. You know, because
Love
both
is
part
Blue says salute.
salute, salute, salute. Because both parties should be getting pleased. It shouldn't be a one sided thing. You know what I mean? So
Oh
you know
Lord.
what?
They just showed a banana erection and don't laugh. Mm.
Oh Lord. Love is blue. Salute, salute. Peace. Let me see. T Wriggle said, can you read his last comment? What he
T.
said?
Wriggle said, when is the best time to ask her what she likes? When she's bent over calling your name or over dinner?
Yo, he's stupid.
I say over dinner. And you know what? I did never answer this question. You said you answered why you would date a virgin. And I guess I gotta answer it. Should I jump in the hot seat?
Yeah, why not?
As being a female, will I date a male virgin? And the answer is yes or no. It's yes and no.
It's got to be one or the other.
It's got to be one or the other.
Yeah, I said
Okay.
yes. I said
Okay.
yes. But y'all came
So
with all
I
this extra stuff, you know? What
okay.
was it?
So for me,
Go ahead.
no,
Mm-hmm. No, you wouldn't.
no,
So you don't got no time to teach him what to do, right? And all of that. Is that what it is?
no. He would have to literally pretend that he wasn't, or he can't even admit
You gotta play.
no.
You gotta play it off.
Right.
Remember what I
He
told
said
you.
why.
Remember what I said earlier about if you had one or you got one, and he mistakenly and went in the wrong hole. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, that would be crazy. You'd be like, "Yo, what are you doing?" You know what I'm saying? So again, see me again. If I feel satisfied, but I feel like I still could be fulfilled by my woman, I'm like I said, we need to have these conversations. People shouldn't be thinking that, oh yeah, man, I just had her, I laid the pipe, and little did you know, after you left, she grabbed her toy to finish the job off because you didn't do the job. So this is what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with us. When I say us, I'm talking about men and women asking their significant other, how can I be better? Again, you know what I mean? Like, listen, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you right now, the same way I see these athletes, and because I know their face or their superstars, I know, oh, that's Shaquille, that's Paul Pierce, that's KD, that's LeBron James. Man, I was buying them porno DVDs from back in the 90s, the 2000s. I could tell you everybody. I could tell you about Pinky. I could tell you about Scott Black. And some of my fellas can contest to this. I could tell you about Missy Stone. Why? I wasn't watching it because I was addicted. I was watching it to get better. You know what I mean? And
okay.
that didn't make me lesser of a man. I don't know not one dude. And the funny thing is, I done seen some platforms where they mentioned this not too long ago. Dudes talking about copping these DVDs, and they was mentioning these women, like how was mentioning these women. And they were saying the same thing. I wasn't just watching it because they look good, their body looked right. They was like, yo, I was trying to learn some things. So when I had a piece with me at the telly or at home, I knew how to lay down that pipe. I'm the plumber man. You heard?
Okay. So the plumber man gonna get a virgin. For me, I say no. And the reason why is because I can't deal with the inexperience. I don't want that in my life. I I don't have time to teach.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have time for the games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to assume that a virgin would be sexually insecure, and
Mm.
I don't, and it's not necessarily that they're a virgin. I think it's more so the mental, the
And
mental.
and maybe the inexperience too. Like, because a dude who's experienced, he knows what to do. You know what I mean? He
Thank
knows
you, love is blue. Go ahead.
he knows what to do. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna know exactly what to do. Somebody who's inexperienced, he's gonna be so happy he may not even last long.
That part.
You know what I mean?
That part.
You know,
That part.
might be a
And
little
that's
too happy sitting there like Birdman rubbing his hand, like, "Ah, I'm about to get some."
that part. And that is why I cannot indulge in that piece.
Hmm.
Um, And like we said, with the definition of a virgin, it's not just a sexual thing. You could be a virgin at many things, and I feel like that the male virgin would be total. Well, the male centered person would be totally inexperienced. Actually, in my lifetime, I had a male version that tried to get with me.
Mm-hmm.
And women, we are, I guess, empathic in a sense, and we could pick up on that. You know what I'm saying?
That he never had none before. You could pick up on that. What you got? Some spider
Yes.
senses? Some
No,
spider
because
one?
y'all are when before y'all actually get some, y'all are very innocent.
Mm,
Very innocent, very agreeable.
mm-hmm.
And for us women, once we pick up on that, then we automatically, that's like one of the thoughts. Oh, he is a virgin.
Mm-hmm. I f-
And
Go ahead. Go ahead.
this is not going to be this is unconquered territory. There won't be too much resistance. And when you're young, we kind of like, I don't know, maybe not the other women, but for me, we like that little bit of resistance and game, and you're not going to get that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So by the time you get to that bedroom, you're not as excited as he is.
Mm-hmm.
It's more or less, oh, okay, come on, and just get it over with.
Yeah, you like the challenge.
Right.
I forgot to ask you. We should have set a poll in the chat to see what would be. You know what I mean? What would be the percentage on who would date a virgin and who wouldn't?
Well, we can ask them now. Hey, y'all, who would date a virgin? Who won't?
Let me
Put a
see.
heart, a red heart if you'll date a virgin. Oh, Lord, Love is Blue said, yeah, don't eat the cooch so hard.
Don't, don't eat it so hard. Nah, but I don't think that would be what she mean by that. An inexperienced guy would do that.
Yeah, inexperienced guys, I guess.
I think anybody could do that. Like you don't have to
Oh,
necessarily, yeah. Because listen, the person could be drunk, they could be high. You know what I mean? They could be like so feeling it, and it just you know what I mean? Mistakenly happen. You know?
you know what? I love T. Because reading her comment, who doesn't eat and beat the coochie up, 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 up? A virgin does it. A virgin male does not know how to do those things. Because I'm assuming that that's not something that men normally gravitate to learn when you're not trying to lose your virginity.
Hmm.
I think that's more of a female thing to be pleasing. We want to please you and we don't want to lose you, but we want to keep our hymen intact. So we do all this extra stuff. I don't think men take that extra step, but I could be wrong.
Hmm.
Is it any men that hold on to their virginity and decide to just eat it all the way up before they?
Well, I forgot. Somebody had put in the chat earlier. I just had to refresh the chat for my from on my end. I forgot who put it. Said that nowadays that's very rare because of like, okay, so what I'm saying is, in our time, we had certain female rappers or guys, you know what I'm saying? Now it's to the point where you got the Sexy Red, you got the, it was Little Kim and Foxy. That was the most explicit female rappers, right? I'm talking about for the females. Now it's like it's a reversal. You got more women doing it nowadays. You know what I mean? So again, we grew up in a time where we had to be outside. You know what I mean? We couldn't stay inside and play. So we socialized. We did more things. I'm not saying these kids ain't doing more things, but what I'm saying is you really got to know somebody. Whether it's two dudes like, chilling, getting to know what each other like, yo, you like basketball, I like basketball too. You know what I mean? There was the socializing. So you got to know. So what I'm saying is back in the days, at least men, got to know the women and vice versa. Nowadays, they talking through chat, and the first couple of questions is like, "Yo, what's your favorite sexual position?" You know what I'm saying? Or when can we link? When can we link? So who's getting to really even know? You know what I mean? Again, these kids, man, listen, they be going in. You know what I
Oh
mean?
well, I'm glad I'm not out during. I'm not, growing up during this time because I wouldn't even be able to deal with that kind of stuff.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So
All
um
right, so we are at you will, I won't. I guess maybe,
mhm.
difference for a male, different for a female. A lot for me is a lot more work for a female, but you know what, men, it's a challenge, I guess, for y'all. It's
No, it definitely is. I know some dudes back in the days that was, bets was being placed like, yo, oh, she's a V. Let's see how long it take you to get that. You see what I'm saying? It was like, oh, word. So what you putting up? Oh, I got $200. It's gonna take you 6 months. So, you know what I mean? So it was bets being put on. You know what I mean? Like it was a basketball game or NFL game. Dudes was betting back then on that. I'm like, word. But now I feel you again. How many females are that these days, and how many dudes are that? Like I said, with what
I
we
got
see
the
on TV,
answer.
how TV is. This is what I'm saying. How television is, how it is the social media. I feel like I would say the numbers is lesser than when we was coming up. You know what I
It
mean?
is.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. Remember when we was coming up, if we was watching like it was, and I remember somebody talking about this the other day. Benny Hill was like the most explicit stuff back in the 80s. That came on late night. And for those who know, who's in their late 40s, early 50s, mid 50s, know about Benny Hill. Then you had the Porky's Revenge. Then you had Revenge of the Nerds, where you saw a little something, even like Police Academy. You saw the breast area and all of that. But now you could just go on IG and you seeing everything. You could just go on Pornhub and see, you know what I mean? Back in the times, we had to get the magazines. And if you wasn't of age, you couldn't buy the magazine. So of course they doing it crazy now. And this is what I'm saying. There's gonna be more babies. This is gonna be more like not really getting to know who she is and finding out body counts and all of that. Who's asking that? After you got it, you found out, yo, you thought you was special. Yeah, I just had that. Yo,
You're
what you mean you
afraid to
just had
ask.
that? Who didn't have that? The whole hood had that. And you're like, what? I didn't know that. And it
Yeah.
be, and that's another thing I learned too. It be the innocent looking ones. It be the most innocent ones that you don't even think. And when you hear the stories, you be like, yeah, right. Lisa? Yeah, Lisa. For real. Be like, what? Lisa? Yeah, Lisa. For real. You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, you got females walking, everything's all out for the whole world to see. Ain't nothing being hidden or covered. You know what I mean? Like
Wait,
TLC
wait, wait,
dress.
wait, wait,
Go
wait. You
ahead.
said hidden and cover, and I'm like,
Hidden and covered. I'm just talking about like what we was talking about. Like I'm talking about they got the Daisy Dukes cheeks is all out, is what I'm saying. Remember how TLC used to dress? They was baggy, arrowed out, and everything, but they still look good. Left eye,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Now it's just like, I'm watching these chicks perform on stage. It's like, yo, what do you just got a bra and underwear on stage? That's what I'm
Love is
saying.
Blue coming on with us. All right. So, what about born again virgins?
What do you mean born again?
You
There's a
know,
such
born
thing?
again.
Listen,
Yes.
man. Okay, what is the definition of that? I need to hear that. What makes
You
them
know, virgins that wait a while or, you
you
know,
mean wait a while? You listen, man, they was
20
doing it.
years.
They was doing it, and so it's like somebody committing sins, and then they go to church to get baptized for their sins. Is that what you're talking about? Reborn again?
Yeah, like women that didn't have sex in 30 plus years. Would you engage with them? Isn't that like being with a virgin?
And listen, there's no such thing. But for
Hey,
the
love is blue.
salute, for lack of a better word, we'll say that that's what it
Hey
is.
y'all.
What's
Hey
up? What's
Peach.
up?
Hey Mel.
Frank said, hey, would you date a virgin?
Yeah, see, Frank even asking you what that mean. What your damn
Oh,
reborn again?
A born again virgin. Like,
Man,
okay,
listen.
so let's educate. So women actually go out to pay for rejuvenation to have the skin sewed together so their husbands can feel like they're getting a virgin.
Oh God. Only y'all. Only y'all. I heard there's a
Oh
getaway you
yeah,
could do it too. Go ahead.
there
Go
is
ahead, Lovely
something I
Blue.
heard about from this older white lady back in the day. Like it was like probably over 10 years ago, and she was like, "I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it tightened." So that is a thing, I guess. But in layman's terms, like for regular people that are not going to the doctor to get it tightened, born again version is just like basically you haven't done anything in a long time. I mean, that's
Correct.
just my opinion.
Correct. No, that's
Yes.
the same thing I'm thinking too. That don't make you born again. That just means you haven't had it and the shit was wide open and it just tightened up. You know what I mean? If you talking about white woman going to do surgery, she must have been loosey goosey. That shit must have been parted like the damn, what is it, the Red Sea?
Don't
Yeah, she
say
was
that.
older.
Older, but listen, I know you said older, but she must have been like she must have been getting it in for it to be. You have to go see a doctor to just put it back together again.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sound like some the Humpty Dumpty story, you know? Like that's crazy, man.
Mel, you see what Frank said?
What Frank say?
It's on the screen. Can you see it at the bottom?
Hold on. They had a pill and liquid for that. This is what I'm saying. I'm gonna tell you no lie. You know what a female told me? A female told me without seeing a doctor, you could put vinegar into the tub and just sit in there, and that will, yeah, close it up. That's
Yeah,
what I
I
heard.
heard
I
that.
don't know. I ain't no female. Go
I've
ahead.
heard of that. They
Salute
have
T.
I
vinegar
heard that.
douches.
Y'all heard that too, right?
I heard that too. I heard it. I heard it.
See, see.
But how tight is it going to really get?
Listen, only y'all would know. There's two women on here. You can't ask a man that type of question. I know you just throwing it
I
out
think
there.
a dish would do a little bit better of making it tight, like a dish with a vinegar in it. But I don't
Don't
know. Would you
don't
date a born again virgin
T. Would you T?
What a born again virgin? There's no such
or
thing.
Exactly.
or a
There's no
That's
such
what I
virgin in
said.
thing.
general? A
That's what I
virgin in
Right.
said.
I
general.
mean, okay, so I'm in LA, guys, right? And so some of the Catholic women, to keep their virginity, they go the chocolate highway. And I think
I've
that's kind
heard
of
that.
weird. Do you know what I
Hmm.
mean? To preserve themselves. I mean,
Hmm.
hey. This is why I got the tinfoil hat on today. This is very controversial. I'm bringing conspiracy facts about what's going on
Uh-huh.
and the about the bananas and the peaches. Okay.
Yeah. Let me just say this too for T, right? He does this. I'm used to this. So this is his thing. When you see the foil hat, just know he's gonna he's
Okay.
gonna do his
Sort of
thing.
like my glasses is my thing. Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead,
yeah,
T.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. So the
No.
chocolate highway. Oh my God.
So
Yeah. Chocolate highway.
hold on. Let me turn my camera off so make sure we don't have any disturbances. I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
come back. Yeah, look, man. There's no such thing as a born again for JJ
Hmm.
unless let's think hypothetically what
Uh-huh.
you get you get that thing taken out and then reinstalled a new one
Oh, a
and
new one,
that
huh?
happens, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Never happens. So
Yeah. No, but that's why I love his blue
and,
said
and
this
look
lady went. Uh-huh. Go ahead. Nah, go ahead, T.
and I wanted to ask because my question, right? My
Mm-hmm.
question was, I put it in the chat that when is the best time to ask her what he likes? Because when you're speaking to women, it's hard. They don't like to tell you the truth all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's when you got her down right?
Mm-hmm.
And you tell
Mm-hmm.
her to look back at it, and then you can ask her, okay, what do say what you want to do now, baby? Because I'm in it right now, and then
Yeah.
she will now feel freer
I'm not in
because
it.
her defenses are down, huh?
Okay. So
Look
the
at her
best time. Okay,
her
I'll let
defenses
Love
are
is
down.
Blue. Love is
You know
Blue
what I mean?
answer.
Yeah. Hold on. Love is blue. What you say?
What you answer that?
I was just ad libbing. I just said I'm talking about in it.
Oh.
But
um. Go ahead. Love is Blue.
the best time to ask, I guess I don't. Maybe after y'all done it or something. I don't know. And then like you know what the person does, and then you can be like, okay, well maybe you can be a little softer here, or I don't know. Like that's what I'm thinking, but because you don't know what a person is capable of until you actually do it. So you usually don't, unless y'all are just on that level, because it really depends on the relationship too. If you're on that level and you ask, you know what I'm saying, you're having that conversation. If you're having a quote unquote freaky conversation, then you ask and find out. But other than that, with normal people, if they're not on that, then after they have done the do,
Mm-hmm.
then they can, give some pointers or something.
So what you?
Is it my turn?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So for me, um, I think the best time to find that information out is during the talking stages. Like for me personally, I want to size you up to see if
Mm-hmm.
we enjoy the same things. I want to have the sexual conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you what I like. I'm gonna tell you what I dislike, and then
Mm-hmm.
you can share with me, and then we kind of get a general sense.
Correct.
Um, I was talking to somebody before, and I expressed that I did not ever want to get into a situation where we just come in and I don't know, and we just bumping each other heads like, pal, like, oh, I'm going in this way. I don't want to do that. I want to have the conversation. But
Mm-hmm.
again, I think it depends on the woman. Like, I'm a very direct woman. I
Mm-hmm.
don't mind having conversations about anything. But then some women might be shy and timid and just may want you to take the lead and just do whatever it is. And then whatever they don't like, they want to be able to tell you no. And see, that's just not my thing. I like to have some sort of control over what's going to happen with me.
Mm-hmm.
So that is my answer.
I kind of agree with you too. It's just like at the end of the day, there's got to be a conversation, right? And I don't want to say most of the time because there's some women that, you know, they got strong personalities or they're a little aggressive. So they'll ask, or, you know, hey, I like it this way, that way. At the end of the day, I feel like both sides should always have this conversation because, again, a lot of people think, with some men think because they penetrated the woman that they did a great job or I blew her back out. And again, when you leave, she's pulling out her toy. You know what I mean? So obviously she didn't reach her peak. She didn't reach to the top of the mountain or whatever. She didn't orgasm enough, whatever the case may be. So that's why I said, shouldn't worry about your ego. You know what I mean? Me, I like to ask, yo, how did I perform? You know what I mean? And it don't matter if whatever is said, it don't do nothing to my ego at all. And what I'm saying is my ego don't get bruised because again, I want to make sure when I do something with this lady, I'm pleasing her and I'm satisfying her. You know what I'm saying? She's not picking up the phone and calling the next dude. So again, both parties got to have that. Some women think too because they sitting there throwing it back that they was doing something and they was doing nothing at all. They wasn't hitting on no cylinders. So, you know what I mean? You got to have that conversation like you said. When that conversation is asked like, hey, what's your favorite position? How do you like it? What's this? What's that? I feel like that's the perfect time. So to answer T Wriggle's question, I feel like that would be the perfect time. Whoever starts and sparks that convo, you have it right then and there. And usually it's good over eating some food.
Really, not overeat food. No, but for real, my response was more so like thinking on the level of everybody's different. Sometimes you could
Correct.
be talking to somebody and your plan is not to have to go there, and then it
Hmm.
happens. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Correct.
Sometimes the other person may already know what they're doing, and so you know what I'm saying. Like it's really, like I said, it depends on the relationship and it depends on the people, because every situation is not going to be the same.
That's
In
a
some
fact.
cases, yes, you're going to have that conversation, and boom, you know, it is what it is. And in some cases, you're not, and you don't. You know what I'm saying? So it really just depends.
Correct. Correct. That is a fact. Because all women don't do the same shit. All men don't do the same shit. Everybody likes different things. You know, some people are kinkier than others. Some people are freakier than others. Some people don't have no boundaries at all. Everything goes. You know what I mean? So, you know, what's up, T?
I had to switch the thing because it was
Oh,
lagging a little bit, but
okay.
I totally agree with you. I mean, there are some really freaky, deaky people out there. You know what I mean? And I'm more like a conservative.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? When it comes down to sexual activity, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Uh-huh.
I could only push the line so far. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But we're regular. I got Jamaican blood running through my veins. So, we got the, Shaba. Mr. Lover Man. Shaba.
You got another a J A on here too.
Oh, is that right? Who, Peach?
Yes.
Wagwan Peach. Ah, I knew it. There was something special about you. And I stared at you. I said, ooh. I said, ooh, she got a little something over there. Ooh. Uh, you can teach me like music so child over there, baby.
Oh Lord.
Oh, oh.
Yo,
Anybody else got any
We're all got
interesting questions?
yo, Frank, I gotta read Frank's comment. Yo,
it.
Frank's the dog, man. He's a funny dude too.
Yeah,
Frank said, uh when you should talk about it, when we was talking about when's the perfect time,
yeah.
he said, while watching a movie and the sex scene comes up. Yo, Frank is a yo. That's a true Haitian right there. That's my dog right there, man. Salute to my Z, man.
Yeah,
For
hey,
real.
man, that's not a
Frank's,
bad idea, you know?
listen, it's whatever. Like Love is Blue said, it's different strokes for different folks, man.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? It's different stroke. Some people might do it while at the restaurant having a meal. Some people might do it right after. You know what I'm saying? Before. You never know. Could be
Yeah,
just taking a ride. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoying each other, and then boom, it just sparks up. You know, it could have been a song playing on the radio. Hey, what you think about? You
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
So.
I feel you. You can ask her questions, but there's something about the heat of the moment.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like you in it to win it. The walls are sweating as it's going down, and then this is where a really good conversation happens. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Where
Correct.
like I said, the walls are sweating, everything is steamy, and
The
then
walls.
she'll tell you, oh, grab this right here, and then you go, oh, bing, and then that's what you like, and then it just makes it even more passionate. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like sometimes talking about it kind of ruins it. Sometimes it.
Yeah, in a
That's
way.
why I gave my answer, you know. But that's just
No,
me.
okay, so you can have the conversation, right? That's just
Mhm.
giving you a blueprint. But then
Correct.
when the walls are sweating and everything, you still could say, do this, do that. But you just have a general idea of what you can't do.
Yeah.
Because see, if you start doing things that I don't want you to do, then I'm going to throw you off the bed, then it's over.
Right, right.
So you
Yeah.
need your limitations set. Listen, bro, don't do this,
But
this, that, the
again,
third.
but
Okay,
again,
I
not
agree with you.
just not just being actors and performers. Somebody's got to play director and producer as well too. You know what I mean? So again, yeah, do it this way. Flip me over, grab me, choke me. Listen, all of that. Listen. It's gotta be. Yo, no. Some people need some directives. You get what I'm
Right,
saying? Some people
right.
need some directives. You know,
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
women's usually some women are like that. They have no shame. They'll tell you, grab me, pull my hair, spank
yeah,
this, do that. You know, and dudes too. Dudes give instructions too.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Don't touch my wig. Don't.
That's why you get a
Don't touch,
sew in.
don't touch
That's
my
why no.
weed.
That's why you get a sew in, ladies. That's why you get a sew in, ladies. You know what I'm saying? For real. That's why you get a sew in. That's all. You
Oh,
know?
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get a sew
How you not gonna not grab your wig? Wait a minute. So
in.
wait. You can't have the wig on during the activity because right there's something about when you grab the hair. Okay, when you grab the hair, there is a certain amount of satisfaction that she receives. I don't know what it is. I don't know what how y'all feel, but there's a certain amount of satisfaction when you
Mhm.
pull their hair and
Correct.
then you know, this is a very serious time, guys, you know, because you could this is really like programming. Then you get to talking to her and then game over.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Some women do like that. Some women, that's why I said they want the aggression, they want the
Yeah,
roughness and stuff like that. Nobody wants to, there's times where, it could be lovey dovey, hugging, caressing, but sometimes you just got to get it in real quick. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Quickies, whatever. It's again, different times, different places, different things. It's not all you got to switch it up. To keep it spicy, you have to switch it up. If you got to what you call it, role play, she dress up like a maid that's from Spain or something, from Brazil, you dressing up like, Shaka Zulu from one of the continents. I don't know.
What what you sipping on, Love is Blue? I see you down there sipping on something. What you got?
Gotta spice it up.
Oh,
See,
okay.
you gotta spice it
It's
up,
a
man.
vape.
Oh, okay. You want some guy pulling on your brand new hair?
So here's the deal. Like I don't really do wigs and stuff like I used to. I've been natural for
Okay.
it. So and I just had locks for 10 years. I took them out and I'm starting over. So I'm in my baby lock stage right now. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I like my locks to be pulled. I'm sorry, just don't pull them out. But I like
right. Say, I
There you
like
go.
you, Blue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
pull
Little
my
You
snap.
see,
locks. Just don't
Ultra
pull them
says
out.
something. Just say what it is. We not full blown psychic like that.
Yeah, we don't read minds, man. That's why I say you got to be a director, got to be an actor. You know what I mean? Yeah, for
I
real.
agree with you, Maybach. That's why when her defenses are down and
Mm-hmm.
you in there working your magic, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's when you can direct. You know,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you can go
Correct.
WWE style and get a little rough. You know what I mean? She
Jump
appreciate.
from the top, jump from the headboard. Dive in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dive in.
These
You
men
know.
is wild. You hear them?
Yeah, they wild.
Listen,
They talking
They
about turning the
wild.
Superman
No,
listen.
we're
game and
not
shit. Like
wild.
what?
Nah, listen, man. We just being us, man. Listen, sometimes y'all could be wild. Make our eyes pop out like it's a cartoon. Like, hold on, she did what? What she just do? Yeah. Oh, that ain't never been done. Oh, I never experienced this before. Yeah, keep going, baby.
Yeah,
Listen again. The talking. Listen, man. We all grown folks here. You know
yeah,
what I mean? We just keeping it a little PG for anybody that might be watching.
right.
We did put the warning signs. So little kids, make sure you 18 and above. Okay, the little ones, go ask your mom and your daddy how they made you.
Hey,
But
did
as
y'all put
far
age? Did y'all
hmm?
put age restriction on this live?
Oh, we'll do all of that.
Got
We're
you.
gonna handle all of
Yeah,
that.
definitely
You
do
know.
age restriction because
Yeah,
they'll try to
yeah.
get you for it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, correct, correct,
Because
correct. They,
I'm just saying, I've been hearing through different sectors that they've been striking people. Like I don't
oh
think
nah, that's a
striking.
fact. Yeah, that's
They've
a
been
fact.
striking for age restriction. So if you don't have
Listen,
18 and up, they'll try to get you.
in this, I'm happy because this almost didn't happen. As far as no, the show was gonna happen, but as far as y'all who are subscribed to me, who are meeting Peach and being introduced to Peach, because I was on probation on YouTube. She'll tell you for like 3 whole weeks I was on PO. For
yeah,
real. They
Oh,
just to the day that we were streaming, because I posted it on my Instagram. Whoever follows me seen it. It was on my community wall that we was doing the show. We were supposed to do it. Actually, she wanted to do it last Wednesday, but last Wednesday was a special day for your boy. It was my born day. So I was like, nah, Peach, I gotta celebrate that born day. Let's do it the 22nd. So I'm grateful and thankful everything played out. They let your boy out of probation. I'm finally off of probation. Thank you, YouTube. Appreciate you.
how do
I'm
it
gonna
feel,
respect
old
the
man?
guidelines. Huh?
How do it feel, old man, to be 49?
Listen,
How do
man.
it feel?
Listen,
Yeah, he
y'all.
is old as shit.
Yo, listen, stop it. I guess I'm the next Jim Jones. I'm an old YN, I guess. I'm the OG YN.
Oh, what? You know, your birthday is on my mom's birthday. She turned 60.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, man, feels good. Like I told Peach, man, you asked me back then, would I see this age? I had no idea. The way I was wilding out there, you know what I'm saying? But I'm grateful and thankful because there's a lot of people that I came up with that, they ain't here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely blessed. You know what I mean? Definitely blessed. You know?
Are y'all feeling the show? Do y'all like the dynamic between Mel and I? It took us a long time to get here to do this.
Hey, look, I'm so proud and happy that you did this and you guys picked the perfect topic. Okay, I was so pumped up. I was like, "Whoa, relationship talks." Oh, okay. Look, because they used to call me Doctor Love in high school. I can solve everybody's problems but my own. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, yeah.
hey, superb topic. Uh, great team. Great team right here. Because you got Maybach. I didn't know you was on probation. No
Yeah.
wonder. No
Listen, I
wonder.
couldn't
Okay.
post. I put up this what happened. I kind of did it to myself. I posted homeboy who they showed happened to get hit, Charlie Kirk. I'll just say
Yeah.
it. I posted 3 videos and one of they kept the two, but one of them shows everything in real slow mo, so you could really see what it is
Come
and
on,
what it's
Mel.
not. Yeah, and they
You
got me. But
know.
again, that's my mistake because guys, y'all, all 4 of us as content creators on here, we have to make sure that we read in the community guidelines what we can and can't do, and that's my mistake on that. So I can't really fault them because again, this ain't our platform. We know that. T. We be over there with Big Dog Philly OG.
Yeah.
He just says the same similar thing, like they suppressing him because we be informing the masses, and they don't want none of that. But we could do all of this all day. They gonna boost this with y'all help too. Please like, share, push this out, man. Like post this on y'all community walls. I love it that I never have to tell y'all to please like it. Y'all automatically do that, and that's what I love about.
I
You know
got
what
a
I'm saying?
question.
What's
I
up?
got a question that's going to disrupt this whole life.
We
Go right
know
ahead.
But
you're a
Love is
tornado,
Blue
anyways.
probably you're going to love this question, right?
Oh,
Mhm,
Lord.
mhm.
Why are you men going impotent at such an early age? What in the heck is happening? What is up?
Mhm.
Have you experienced that, Love is Blue? Have you noticed that? I don't know your age, but
I'm 40. So,
okay.
yeah.
So have you noticed the phenomenon in the black community? Like, what's up? What's popping? What's happening?
Um, honestly, I think it's different things. I just shared it, by the way, because you're Peach ENT, right, on YouTube. Okay, so I tagged both of y'all and shared it. Okay, so honestly, I think it's different things. Like, for some, it's
Oh shit.
hereditary. For some, it's what they're putting in their bodies. For some, it's the drugs and the other stuff. So, um, some of them, I think they were just. I see it's a word I want to use. I ain't gonna even use it. I think they were just doing too much at an early age, and they thing just went limp on them. But I
Yeah.
have experienced it. I have.
Don't ask me none of that question because I don't have that issue.
We
I
know
don't
you
have
look
that
young
issue.
and stuff. You look young. We know you don't look your
I don't
age.
have none. No, I'm very thankful because it's crazy. Mine, they say the older you get, the lesser, not for me. My drive is high. Thank goodness I could control
Hmm.
myself because if I had this drive when I was younger, oh my goodness, I would, me being from Boston, I would have been humping around like Bobby Brown. Salute to my boy Bobby
Hmm.
Brown. You know what I mean? But anyways, you know, but yeah, y'all, we don't want to run this show too long because we already I came on late. I know Peach got some things she got to do. I have some things we got to do. But just to let y'all know, every Wednesday at 8 o'clock, we're going to have these crazy topics. And y'all always welcome to join. You know what I'm saying? Engage with us. I wish Frank came up here, Ultra, my boy. Salute to everybody who tapped in on my end. Peach, I appreciate you. Again, YouTube, again, I thank you for getting me off of probation. Thank you, YouTube. All right, thank you. But anyways,
I
go ahead,
want to
please.
hear T. I want to
Oh,
hear his T opinion, and then we log off. I got
okay,
to hear
my
it.
fault. I
Okay.
should have did. Go
Look,
ahead,
look, look.
T.
This is what's going on. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh, some women are just not attractive to some men, so it just ain't gonna, right? But I do agree with Blue. There's some of us that might do too much or something. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And it's in the food, it's in the air. And what can I say? Hey, the man is trying to hold us down, y'all. It's the man. It's the man.
All right. All right. So we're ready to close out, and tell them to join us at 8 p.m. next Wednesday. So our
Yes.
topic for next Wednesday is what, Maybach?
I don't know yet. I don't
Is
know yet.
parents lie
Oh
too?
yeah, I forgot about that. Go ahead.
Are
My
y'all
fault.
ready to have this conversation? Parents
All
lie
right.
too.
True.
Now, this one is going to be real deep because no one wants to actually deal or face that their parents aren't perfect, right?
Correct. Correct.
Right. So, with that being said, we thank y'all. Join us every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Right?
When
Same
y'all
bat
say eight,
time.
when
Yep.
y'all say eight, y'all say Easter, right?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Okay.
8 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna get
Yes.
into that topic. Parents lie too.
Mm-hmm.
If you're emotional, do not come in here. Because you're gonna get
For
your feelings
real.
hurt.
For real, man. We don't need none of that, man. We want emotionally intelligent folks here.
Facts.
Facts. Nobody
Beautiful
can.
way of saying it.
Yeah. Correct. You know what I mean? And for the most part, that's how you know I keep it anyways on the platform. We all grown folks over here. You know what I mean? So unless your name is tagged to something or your name is mentioned, please do not take it personal. Please. These are open topics, man. Open topics. We are very objective over here. We are not, what's the word?
Subjective.
There you go. And it's everybody's opinions. We're going to come with the facts and everybody can express their opinions. And remember, opinions are like, let me be nice. Opinions are like bathrooms and homes. They everywhere.
No, say it. No, they're like,
Yeah, assholes. But no, I just learned this a month ago. Someone told me she can't say that no more, and she broke it down. I said, why? She works as a nurse in a hospital. She said she saw a baby that didn't have one. I said, wow, I think it was a defect birth thing. So I was like, makes sense.
Okay.
Makes sense. But for the most part, they're like assholes. Everybody's got one.
Right.
That's
Right.
it. All right. So appreciate all of y'all, man. T Wriggles, appreciate you for tapping through, bro. You know what I'm saying? Putting on the tinfoil hat. You already know. Love is
Yeah.
blue. Appreciate you. You know what I mean? For tapping in. My boy Ultra, Frank. Who else tapped in? I gotta salute everybody. It's a big
P
family,
to
man.
T.
Keita T. It's a big family. Nikki baby, 050, China. Who else? Big Dog Philly OG. See, that's why I don't like mentioning names, because then you got to keep continuing and mentioning names. Because if you just leave people out, people catching their feelings.
It was
But
Jay, Kanisha,
Jay, Kanisha, who else?
Jonathan Thompson,
Jonathan Thompson, salute, peace, salute.
Jay John.
Rum, yeah, Rum Ham Solo,
Dog
uh,
Soldier.
Dog Soldier, appreciate that. Salute to Dog Soldier. Um, yeah, man. I think I got everybody. I think that's
I
everybody,
think you
right?
did.
Again,
Yes.
like we said, y'all, same bat time, same bat channel. Every Wednesday, we're gonna have these topics. And if y'all want to be really more engaged, y'all can even hit Peach up or hit me up and give me, different topics that, whether it's trending topics, current events. We're gonna be covering everything, y'all. So just buckle up and enjoy the ride. All right. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay safe out there. And y'all know I like my saying, stay vigilant and move militant. And on that note, we out. Peace, y'all.
Bye.
Peace.